It's your boy Young Roman. I'm back with another reaction video. Today we're about to react to what dying from every STD feels like. Now, I hope y'all don't got no STDs. Stay safe. Wrap it up. Only stay with your partner. But it's better to be informed than to never know, right? Let's get into it.
In the stoop, I've been getting to the bag. Yo.
Oh, that's music. That's music. That's the wrong thing. I'll be switching too much.
It waits, hiding in the very cells that keep you alive.
All right, first one is HIV. HIV, AIDS.
Fever, sore throat, night sweats, nothing that seems unusual. But deep inside, a virus has found its way into your blood. HIV doesn't kill quickly. It waits, hiding in the very cells that keep you alive, dismantling your defenses one by one.
Oh no.
For years, you may feel fine. Life goes on as usual, but beneath the surface, your immune system is collapsing. And then, the moment comes when the walls fall. Pneumonia grips your lungs until every breath feels like drowning. Parasites swarm the brain, leaving you seizing, confused, and afraid.
Just done.
Cancers bloom across your skin and organs. Your body wastes away, thin and frail, sweating through the nights, too weak to fight even the smallest infection. Dying from AIDS feels like being surrounded by enemies you can't see,
Dang.
each one taking a piece of you.
Just like
The
that.
virus itself doesn't kill you. It simply opens the door and lets everything else in.
Yeah, you don't die.
What began as a fever ends as a siege. Your body broken down brick by brick
Wow, man.
until there's nothing left to defend. Syphilis. It pretends to heal, but it never truly leaves. A sore, small, and painless, fades on its own. You forget it. Syphilis doesn't. Weeks later, a rash blooms across your skin. Fevers,
No.
swollen glands, even hair loss. Then silence again, until years later, when it returns with vengeance. The brain begins to fail.
Yeah, this is sad.
Memory slips, balance falters, seizures take hold. Personality unravels until you no longer recognize yourself. Or it strikes the heart,
And you just die.
swelling your aorta until it bursts, flooding your chest with blood. Sometimes it creates gummas, soft, rotting growths that eat away at flesh and bone. Syphilis
Gummas.
doesn't just kill, it humiliates. It can leave you mad, crippled, or torn apart from within. What started as a sore
man.
you barely noticed becomes a relentless force,
Just gone.
patiently waiting years to claim its due. Gonorrhea.
Ew.
A sting, a laugh, a mistake you think will fade. Burning when you urinate.
Ooh, no,
A
no,
discharge you try to
no.
ignore. Embarrassing but harmless. Or so you...
You just ignore it? You better go to the doctor. Any of y'all, you ever have some discharge? You better go to the doctor. What the hell?
you think. Untreated, gonorrhea spreads. The bacteria seep into your blood, traveling to your joints until they swell with pus and pain. They attack the heart, corroding its lining until every beat weakens. They reach the brain, inflaming it.
This
leaving
is
you
horrible.
delirious and racked with headaches. And then comes sepsis. The
What's
infection
sepsis?
floods your body. The immune system lashes out in chaos, and your organs begin to shut down. Fever rises, breathing quickens. Confusion gives way to delirium. One by one,
Now you're
the systems
delirious.
that keep you alive fail. What began as a sting, you could laugh off, ends in collapse.
You don't laugh off no
Gonorrhea
sting.
is the joke that stops being funny when it takes your life. Chlamydia. Nothing.
Ew.
No pain, no clue. Just a secret growing inside you.
Yeah.
Chlamydia enters quietly, leaving no trace,
You gotta go
no
to the
warning.
doctor to even see.
In women, the bacteria creep into the uterus and fallopian tubes, scarring them with invisible webs.
Ew.
In men, it inflames the testicles with pain and swelling. Still, most feel nothing until the scars reveal themselves in the worst way. A fertilized egg becomes trapped in a fallopian tube, Unable to reach the womb, pain sharpens in the
And
abdomen,
it's just stuck.
sudden and unbearable.
Oh wow.
Then the tube bursts and blood pours inside the body. Dizziness, fainting, shock.
And you're just gone.
Within minutes, it can be fatal. Chlamydia rarely kills directly. Instead, it sets a trap. What began as silence ends with a hidden rupture. Death from scars you never even knew were there.
Dang.
Herpes simplex virus, HSV.
HSV.
A whisper turns into fire beneath the skin. A blister rises, bursts, heals, and disappears. You think it's over, but herpes never leaves. It hides in the nerves, waiting. For most, it's a cycle of pain and shame. But sometimes the virus takes another path. It climbs into the brain, and suddenly the headache is crushing.
Oh my
The
gosh.
fever relentless. Confusion takes over.
Should have wrapped it
Words
up, bud.
slip away. Seizures strike. This is herpes encephalitis. The brain swelling against your skull until thought itself unravels.
Gonna take a tea break real quick. One sec.
In the weakest, the virus spreads everywhere. Blisters cover the body. Fever scorches nonstop. And organs
Oh yeah,
collapse
this is
one by one.
herpes.
Breathing slows. Consciousness fades. What began as a blister becomes the spark that ignites the whole body. Herpes doesn't just scar the skin.
Done for.
It can end you by burning through the mind itself. Human papillomavirus,
Human
HPV.
papilloma.
Sometimes it hides for years, then blooms as cancer. HPV spreads easily through skin-to-skin contact, often without a sign. Sometimes it causes
What?
warts. But the danger lies in the strains that stay silent. They wait, rewriting your DNA in shadows. Then a tumor appears. In the cervix, the throat, the rectum. At first, pain and bleeding. Then it spreads, invading deeper,
Oh no.
suffocating, bleeding you from within. Swallowing feels like shards of glass. Pelvic pain grows unbearable. Weight falls away. Fatigue consumes every movement. Chemotherapy and radiation burn the body from the inside out. But the tumors keep growing. HPV doesn't kill quickly. It kills slowly, mutation by
Yeah, you gotta
mutation,
sit there
until the
and
body is
pass.
too tired to fight.
That sucks.
What began with nothing ends in years of pain until cancer finally wins. Hepatitis B and C. Deep inside, the liver works until it can't anymore. Hepatitis B and C wear it down day by day, year by year.
Dang.
At first, you feel nothing. Maybe fatigue, maybe nausea. But inside, the liver scars and hardens. Cirrhosis begins. The skin and eyes turn yellow. The belly
Yep,
swells
your
with fluid,
liver's
heavy
starting
and
to-
tight. The mind clouds as toxins flood the brain.
Your
For
liver's starting
some,
to fail.
cancer blooms in the ruined tissue, tumors spreading relentlessly. For others, the liver simply quits. Blood won't clot. Internal bleeding pours. The organs fail in a chain reaction.
You're just
Hepatitis
done.
doesn't kill fast. It kills quietly, like water wearing down stone. Until one day the liver can no longer keep you alive. Trichomoniasis.
Trichomoniasis.
It doesn't kill.
Wow.
It invites death in.
What?
Caused by a tiny parasite, it spreads silently during unprotected sex. Most never know they're carrying it. On its own, it rarely kills, but it leaves the body vulnerable, tearing small cracks in its defenses. Through those cracks, HIV slips in, and suddenly, everything changes.
Now you're sick.
Fatigue sets in.
Mm-hmm.
Night sweats soak the sheets. Infections multiply. The immune system collapses.
Mm-hmm.
Breathing becomes harder. Simple illnesses become unstoppable.
Literally, just 'cause-
Trichomoniasis is the thief who leaves the door unlocked,
just because you didn't wrap it
A
up?
few moments later.
Jesus Christ.
letting the wolves in. What began as irritation becomes a trigger that sets death in motion. Chancre, a sore that bleeds for company, and death accepts the invitation.
What?
Soft, raw ulcers spread across the genitals, refusing to heal. The groin swells with lumps that burst into pus.
Ew.
Every step, every touch is agony. But chancroid doesn't stop at the surface. The bacteria invade the blood, fever rises, the heart races, delirium sets in, and sepsis floods through every vein.
Sepsis and
The open sores
pus,
also invite another
blood.
killer, HIV.
HIV again.
Together they work like partners, one opening the door.
It seems like every single one of these are just door openers for HIV to just run off in there and murder them.
The other stepping through. What began as a single sore becomes fever, confusion, collapse. Chancroid is the infection that eats at you until the blood itself turns against you. Pubic lice, crabs.
Ew.
You laugh it off until the itching becomes agony.
Ew.
Tiny
Ew.
insects
Ew.
crawl through hair, feeding on blood, laying eggs that cling to the skin. You scratch until the skin breaks.
Wow.
The lice themselves don't kill, but the scratching opens wounds, bacteria seep in, skin infections spread, and sometimes those infections enter the blood.
And then if you have sex, and
Sepsis
you'll
takes
give it
hold.
to somebody else. Too.
Burning fever, confusion, and collapse. What began as humiliation, a nuisance, ends with your body failing from something you never imagined could kill.
Jesus.
Lymphogranuloma venereum, LGV.
LGV.
A wound too small to notice until it eats from the inside out. Days later, lymph nodes swell, hard lumps in the groin that ache with every step. They grow, filling with pus until they burst,
Ew.
draining through the skin.
Ew.
The infection spreads deeper.
Disgusting.
Tissue scars, fistulas, unnatural tunnels open between organs. Pain becomes a constant companion. Then abscesses rupture inside. Sepsis takes hold, flooding the
Sepsis
body
again.
with fever, shaking, and shock. What began as a mark too small to see ends as years of pain and disfigurement, followed by the sudden collapse of a body
Just
overrun.
gone.
Granuloma inguinale, donovanosis, a single red mark, then another, then rot. What starts
That's
as a
it?
harmless bump becomes a bleeding ulcer. Soon, the genitals are covered in raw wounds, spreading outward, relentless.
What?
The lesions eat through flesh, leaving scars that twist and deform. Urination becomes unbearable.
Denovanosis.
Control over bowels slips away. And with every open sore, infection finds its way in. Sepsis follows. Fever, confusion, organ failure.
It's always sepsis. for
Granuloma
some reason.
inguinale doesn't kill quickly. It disfigures first, stealing dignity, before finally stealing life.
Later.
Molluscum contagiosum, a gentle warning from the body. Something worse is coming. Small pink bumps dot the skin, spreading slowly, lingering for months or years. In the healthy, they fade. But in the weak, they multiply endlessly, covering
no.
the body. They itch. They irritate. But the real danger isn't the virus, it's what it means. Molluscum itself won't kill. But it signals that the immune system is already failing.
It's failing.
And when the immune system is gone, everything else moves in.
Done for.
Pneumonia, sepsis, cancer. The bumps are only the warning sign that
No
death has
HIV,
already
but
found a way
cancer.
inside. Scabies. They burrow beneath your skin,
I haven't heard scabies in so long.
unseen but relentless. Mites carve tunnels through flesh.
Ew. Mites through
Laying
your bones.
eggs, hatching, spreading. At night, the itching becomes torture. Sleep vanishes. Sanity slips. The scratching tears the skin open. Bacteria flood in. Infections grow. Cellulitis
Bleed.
spreads. And in the worst cases, sepsis follows. Fever, shaking, delirium, the body shutting down. The mites themselves don't kill, but they drive you to open the door for something worse. What began as an itch becomes a spiral into death. Pelvic inflammatory disease, PID. Pain that starts as a whisper
PID.
ends as a scream inside the body. Bacteria creep upward from untreated infections, attacking the uterus, the fallopian tubes, the ovaries. They scar and twist, blocking pregnancies from ever reaching the womb.
Damn.
Sometimes, an egg implants in a fallopian tube, stretching it until it bursts. Blood fills the abdomen. The pain is sharp, blinding. Within minutes, shock sets in. For others, abscesses rupture, flooding the blood with infection. Fever soars. Confusion takes over. Organs begin to fail.
Jesus.
What began as a hidden infection ends in sudden collapse. PID is the quiet intruder that waits until it can strike with devastating force.
Yo, nigga, he
Man. That was a quick little video. Yo, shout out to him. We about to go get into the next one. Hope you like, subscribe, and you having a blessed day. Peace. Hey, keep away from these people that got them diseases. That's all I'm saying.